Welcome to VAR India News Hour. The internet and digital technology are the new superhighways of trade. While COVID-19 has rapidly accelerated new ways of working, that presents a great opportunity for India, bolstered further by the urbanization and younger demographic trends of the country, as well as the massive jump in venture capital that India has seen in the last 3 years. The internet and digital technology are the new superhighways of trade. India, where most workers are employed in the informal sector and the participation of women in the labor force is low, has an opportunity to seize the opportunities that digital technology provides. An expert quoted, "Innovation is also a friend to entrepreneurs, and India's entrepreneurial spirit makes it an ideal incubator for startups to thrive." Tech leaders believe the industry's future success will rely on a balance between physical workforce and greater flexibility. When many offices and downtown areas locked down early in 2020, entire workforces shifted to remote working, with some employees leaving major cities to find more space at a lower cost, among other factors. But the report said tech leaders believe the industry's future success will rely on a balance between physical and workspace and greater flexibility. Another expert says engineering talent and intellectual property are the lifeblood of the tech industry, and retaining top talent is a strategic imperative. Employers know this and are striving towards flexible work arrangements, including permanent hybrid workforce models. As the workforce disperses geographically, new hotbeds of technically skilled workers will emerge. Let's look into today's headlines in VAR India. Tata Sons to acquire majority stake in Tejas Networks. Tata Sons said that it plans to acquire 43.3% stake in Tejas Networks, Bengaluru-based telecom equipment maker that will help it gain access to crucial technology for 5G and 4G telecom gear. Tejas has built homegrown technology products in networking and optical backhaul crucial for high-speed broadband. The Tata Group signed a binding agreement to acquire a stake in Tejas for rupees 1,850 crores that triggered an open offer by Tata Sons to acquire shares of the company from the public. Airtel and Kaspersky to offer security solutions to telcos customers. Global cybersecurity company Kaspersky has partnered with Bharti Airtel to ensure instant security for internet users in India. The collaboration will allow Airtel customers to purchase Kaspersky Total Security Solution directly from the Airtel Thanks app in a matter of few clicks. We are very much looking forward to supporting Bharti Airtel, the leading global telecommunications company and one of the biggest mobile service providers, in its goal to protect their users, create a more secure internet and build a safer digital world together with Kaspersky, Eugenie Kaspersky, CEO of Kaspersky, said in a statement. Robinhood falls in its public market debut. American financial services company Robinhood Markets offers commission-free trades of stocks and exchange-traded funds via a mobile app. Robinhood has priced shares at low end of its range, valuing the stock trading app at about $32 billion. Stock trading app Robinhood fell more than 8% on its first day of trading on the Nasdaq. Robinhood has emerged as one of the fintech's most successful but controversial stars in the last year, reporting soaring user numbers during the pandemic. Greenfield Partners funds Israel-based startup Coralogics. Israel-based data observability startup Coralogics plans to accelerate its product roadmap and India expansion efforts. The company has raised fresh capital in a Series C round led by Greenfield Partners. Coralogics offers a stateful streaming technology which provides real-time insights and trend analysis for logs, metrics, and security traffic without storing or indexing the data. The company has a strength of 10 in India but has plans to aggressively expand its on-site team to provide comprehensive sales and customer success support to customers in the country. COVID third wave is likely to hit India by the end of August. World Health Organization Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus says there are signals that the third wave of COVID-19 is in its early stages. At the same time, the Indian Medical Association has also warned that it was inevitable and imminent. The ferocity of the second wave and the damage it did to lives and finances is fresh in our minds. While escaping the virus should be our top priority, we also need to prepare for the financial emergencies that can arise due to the third wave. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VAR India News magazine. You can download the VAR India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.